There are videos all over YouTube with people claiming that the Florida real estate market is crashing, it's on fire, like nothing we've ever seen before. But what is actually going on out there, okay? In a new series on my channel here, we're gonna now start taking a look at the entire state of Florida man and everything, and breaking it down with the data straight from Sunstats, which comes from Florida Realtors. Okay, this is not Redfin data, this is not Zillow data or any secondhand data. This is data from the source, okay? So we're gonna be talking about the actual numbers and breaking it down. No hyperbole, no grand exaggerations or anything like that, just straight up the data, and then my expertise as a real estate agent and professional real estate consultant for you guys, okay? Jake Fletcher with the Fletcher Group at eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent, and I got you covered anywhere else in Florida too. Just reach out to me at the contact info down below in the description, and I'll link you up with an incredible agent wherever you are in Florida or the country, honestly, and the world. So go on down there in the description and check it out. All right, so first things first, we're gonna be taking a look at active inventory or active listings, depending how you want to say it. All right, they came in, and you can see that it's been pretty much increasing here over time, over the last couple years. Active listings came in at 166,163. That's up 834 listings month over month for a 0.5% increase in inventory, okay? Now, we had 97,565 active listings last July, so year over year, we are looking at a 70.3% increase, okay, from this point right here to this point over here. 70.3% increase. That's 68,598 additional listings on the market, okay? So that is pretty significant, and a big reason why a lot of people are saying inventory's exploding, prices are about to go down into the basement, we're never gonna see a crash like this before ever again. Well, we're gonna get to that, all right? What's next here? We're looking at new listings as I try to size this in a way that makes sense. All right, so new listings here is up next. And again, well, I haven't said this yet. These are all property types, okay? All price tiers, in the whole state of Florida, okay? So new listings came in at 44,863, a slight decline from last month's 45,269 in June, and that's a decrease of 0.9%, okay, or 406 fewer new listings. So not a crazy decrease, but you would like to see more new listings, okay, if you want to see prices really go down, all right? However, we are up from last July as well, when there was 40,184 new listings. So we've seen a 11.6% increase in the last year. That's 4,679 additional listings year over year, okay? Now, the one kind of not awesome thing about Sunstats is it takes a while to get the data in, and that's why I'm giving you guys July data at this point, because we don't even get it until like late August. So, it is what it is. We do the best we can, but we use this as another data point to inform ourselves, all right? But what's happening with prices, Jake? That's all we care about, all right? Well, here it is. You're looking at median prices right now. Median sale price came in at $385,000. Doesn't look like much of a crash to me. I don't know about you guys, but going from 395,000 in June to 385,000, obviously it's a $10,000 decrease. That's a 2.5% reduction month over month, okay? However, it's also up from last July, but only 0.5% year over year, okay? So a 0.5% increase year over year in median sale prices does not exactly look like a market crash to me, okay? Honestly, let me take myself out of there for a second. It looks like prices have been pretty dang stable over the last 2 years when you extrapolate it over the entire state, all property types, all prices. It looks pretty dang stable to me. Maybe we're starting to get a little bit of downward price pressure, but you need a few months in a row to call something a trend, okay? Now, next up, let's look at sales. And, this informs us a lot about the health of the market, how competitive things are, the desire of buyers to get into the market now versus waiting. Okay, so sales came in at 32,981. That's up 171 sales month over month, or 0.5%, and up from 31,862 last July. That's 1,029 additional sales for a 3.2% increase from this point over here, okay? So we saw a little dip there. January is normal to see less sales in January. You saw it in January 2023, 2024. I cannot talk today. And then, now in the summer market, seeing sales going down in the summer market is a sign of buyers being less willing to jump into the market right now, especially when the Fed is signaling, and the media for that matter, that rate cuts are coming around the corner. Most buyers that I've spoken to right now are saying that they're going to wait a little bit to see what happens more towards the end of the year. So we'll see how that goes for them. Hopefully it goes well. But remember, as rates go down, it's something like for every 1% that rates go down, over 1 million additional buyers enter the market. So keep that in mind in terms of competition if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, then that's a great thing for selling, because more buyers means, more demand. However, then once you sell and you got to go buy something, you're going to be in a higher demand environment, more competitive environment as well, okay? So next up, we are going to take a look at cash sales, okay, as a percentage of closed sales throughout the market. This is pretty cool. We don't get this on the Miami MLS, but we get it on SunStats, okay? So cash sales as a percentage of closed sales is really interesting because it gives us insight into the market's competitive landscape, overall health, and just kind of like what percentage of the market are people with a whole lot of money, that they can buy stuff in cash. All right, high percentage of cash sales often indicates that there's strong competition from investors, or like I said, well-funded buyers who can close deals more quickly, fewer contingencies, all that good stuff. And that can be really challenging for buyers who are trying to finance, because sellers oftentimes will prefer cash offers because they're quicker. They're less contingencies. They feel like they can get pretty close to what they would get from a financed offer usually. Although in my experience, most buyers that are paying for cash, they're trying to get a discount because of that as well. So something to keep in mind with if you're a seller, and another thing to keep in mind if you're a seller is that when there's higher percentage of cash sales in the market, then it can allow you to negotiate more favorable terms, right? If you've got multiple cash offers coming at you, well, that's a great thing for you as a seller, okay? You can push that price higher and life is good, okay? But that's not what's happening right now. Over basically since April, percentage of cash sales has gone down, okay, and came in at 32.9% in July. That's down from 34.2% in June, right there, and also down from 34% last July over there, okay. So they went up for a bit. Interest rates are high. People are coming in. They're like, I don't want to finance. I want to use straight up dollar haulers to buy these properties, okay? And then, now rates have started to come down and more people are able to enter the market financing things because rates aren't insane anymore, and thus the percentage of cash buyers in the market goes down, okay? Pretty interesting, all right? Let's check out the median time to contract next, as they call it on SunStats, also known as the days on market, okay? As I try to size this thing, bro, help me out. There we go, okay. I want it nice and big so you can see. All right, average days on market came in at 41 on days on the market, a rise of 2 whole days from 39 days on the market in June, and up from 26 days on market last July. That's 15 days slower, or 57.7% slower year over year, if you want to put it into mathematical, percentage terms. Now, pretty interesting that we're kind of seeing since summer of 2022, really rates went up, like right here is when rates went crazy, okay? So things kind of took a little second, and then days on market started going crazy. Craytown City, And, you know, we kind of want to see those continue going up if we want to see lower prices, which I think most people do. Even agents want to see more, you know, price cuts because it means more people can enter the market, okay? It's a common misconception. People think, oh, realtors want prices to go to the moon because your commissions go higher. Well, yeah, that might be true, but then if less people overall are buying real estate, then you make less money. So, you know, there's a financial incentive for agents to want prices to be affordable for people, okay? Including ourselves. I mean, I like to buy real estate. I like to invest in buy and hold rental properties, and I don't want to pay sky high prices for those. Who does? All right, so next up, we're going to talk about months of inventory. I got a little Dracula voice going on there. So months of inventory is also on the rise. Surprise, surprise. When, you know, we see days on the market on the rise. And they actually stayed the same month over month at 5.4 months of inventory. You know, however, from last July, when it was at 3.1 months of inventory, we're up 2.3 whole months from that point, okay? So slower market since last July, but still a seller's market, just barely though, okay? 1 through 6 months of inventory is considered a seller's market. 6 through 12 is considered a buyer's market. Anything over 12 is considered, I'm sorry, I said that backwards. 1 through 6, seller's market. 6 through 12, normal market. Anything over 12 is considered a buyer's market, okay? So at 5.4 months of inventory, we're still in a seller's market, but just barely. We're starting to get back into normal territory, okay? And again, keep in mind, this is Florida as a whole, okay? Real estate is a very hyper-local asset class. So what's happening in Clearwater, Florida is not indicative of what's going on in the market here in Miami, okay? And vice versa with, you know, whatever city, fill in the city that you want to talk about, all right? Now, next up, let's look at the median percent of original list price. Okay, also known as the original price to close price ratio. Okay, so original price to close price ratio, that's what we call it in the Miami MLS. Sunstats, they call it the median percentage of original list price, but it refers to the same concept. Both of them describe the relationship between the final selling price of a property and its original list price, okay, expressed as a percentage. If it was listed for $100,000 and it sold for $90,000, that's a 90% original price to close price ratio, okay? Now, the original price close price ratio, or the median percent of original list price, came in at 95.7%. That's like the flattest line I've ever seen. If I've ever seen a flat line, look at that thing, all right? It's down very, very, very slightly right here from 95.9% in June, okay? So that's a move that favors buyers, obviously, just a little bit. Last July, however, we had 97.3%, okay? So back over Schmeal, it was 97.3. Now we're at 95.7, okay? So a little bit of a 1.4% move again in the favor of buyers. So I'm not complaining, and that's the end of our graphs, okay? So that's the Florida update, guys. It's my first time doing a full Florida state update. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Feel free to flame me, trash me, just absolutely throw me in the gutter for all the things that I missed or that I could have done better. And I invite those criticisms so that I can do it better next time, okay? And, you know, if you haven't yet, just smash the like button. I don't know what you're doing with your life. You know, you probably also haven't subscribed to the channel. So I think you should do both of those, especially if you got any value at all out of this channel. And if you want even more value, personalized value, you know, like white glove, concierge real estate service for your specific situation, head on down to that description. All my contact info is down there. I even have my Calendly link. You can directly book a free consultation with me, and I'll spill all the beans and give you my honest perspective as a real estate expert here in Miami, and also service Broward County. And then if you're anywhere else in Florida, you can still reach out to me because I have a network of all of the best agents that I can connect you with. Okay? All right. So that's about it, guys. Jake Fletcher here with the Fletcher Group, eXp Realty, your Miami real estate agent, and your favorite YouTuber that you're about to go smash the subscribe button on. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.